Hey students, welcome to NCERT Solutions by Vedantu for class 11th and 12th, where we provide solutions for all the questions, all the chapters, all the subjects. Right? So this is Basavaraj, your biology master teacher, where I'll be answering all the questions which is given you NCERT for biology. So today we have a question. Today we have a question from the chapter Plant Kingdom. Right? From the chapter Plant Kingdom, question number 3.4. Let's quickly read the question and let's try to solve it. So they're asking you, mention the ploidy of the following. Right? They're asking you the ploidy. Ploidy is the number of chromosomes. Number of chromosomes. So when we have half the number of chromosomes, it's called as N and it's called as haploid. And then we have full set of chromosomes, that is your 2N, diploid in condition. Then they're asking you the other type of ploidy, which could be your triploid. In the few cases, let's discuss it. Let's see if we have a triploid condition today. So they're asking you different types of ploidy in different types of structures. So first they're asking you the protonemal cells. Right? They're asking you the protonemal cells. The protonemal cells of a moss. They're asking you primary endosperm nucleus in the dicot, the leaf cells of a moss, prothallus cells of a fern, gemma cells in Marchantia, the meristem cells of a monocot, the ovum of liverwort, and zygote of the fern. So last two are extremely easy because we know spores as well as zygote. As a result, we know these are haploid and diploid respectively. But before that, let's quickly go over the other structures. Right, the first one we have is the protonemal stage. Right, the protonemal cells of a moss. So we know the protonemal cells is a result of what? Mitosis of the spore. Protonemal cells is a result of mitosis of the spores which are produced inside the capsule. Right? So we have the capsule here. Inside the capsule we have the spores, which spores produced as a result of meiosis. This spores gives us the primary protonema. Now these spores are haploid in nature. Hence our protonema cells are also going to be your haploid in nature. ये भी haploid होता है क्योंकि spores भी haploid है, which undergoes mitosis. Protonema cells are also haploid in nature. Right? That's the first one. Let's look at the second one. Second one is the primary endosperm. Primary endosperm nucleus. Primary endosperm nucleus in the case of your dicots. So we know endosperm is the result of triple fusion. So we have two type of fusions in the case of your dicots. That's called as double fertilization. One fusion results in the zygote. The second fusion results in the triple fusion, which results in endosperm. So endosperm is the result of triple fusion. Right? That is the two polar nuclei as well as the second male gamete. The two polar nuclei, also known as the central cell, gets fused with the male gamete, which results in the PEN, primary endosperm nucleus, which becomes PEC, primary endosperm cell, primary endosperm nucleus, which finally results the endosperm. So your primary endosperm result of triple fusion is your triploid cell. Okay, triploid cell. That's 3N for you. Triploid cell. Clear? Now, if you want a separate video on double fertilization, let me know down in the comment section. I'll make a separate video on your double fertilization or any of the conditions. Right? So most of the structures here are found in the life cycle of the organisms. So let me know down in the comment section if you want a separate video on the life cycles of bryophytes, life cycles of liverworts, that is your bryophyte again, life cycle of your pteridophytes, as well as life cycle of gymnosperms. Right? So let me know in the comment section if you want a separate video on the life cycles of different organisms. Right? So look at the third one. The third one we have here is the leaf cells. We have the leaf cell of a moss. Leaf cell of a moss. Now we know the leaf cell is the gametophytic plant body. The leaf cell is the part of the gametophyte, and gametophyte is haploid in nature. Gametophyte is what? Haploid in nature. Extremely easy to answer. Now this gametophyte is the main dominant plant body which give rise to the sporophyte later on. Now let me look at the fourth one. The fourth one we have the leaf cell of the moss is over prothallus, right? Prothallus of a fern. Now we're coming to ferns now. Now all these structures are part of what? Part of life cycle. So you need to understand the life cycles of ferns, mosses, as well as gymnosperms. So prothallus is a structure resultant from the spores. The spores which are produced in the life cycle of ferns, which ultimately give rise to the prothallus, which again later gives rise to other structures. So prothallus is a structure developed from the spores. Spores were haploid in nature, and hence your prothallus is also haploid in nature. Prothallus is also what? Haploid in nature. I hope that is clear. Right? Prothallus is also the gametophytic plant body in the fern. Right? Gametophytic plant body, and we know gametophytic plant body, gametophytic phase is also always haploid in nature. Sporophyte is diploid in nature. Sporophyte is what? Diploid in nature. The fifth one is the gemma cells in Marchantia. Extremely easy to answer. The gemma cells. Gemma cells are what? Part of asexual reproduction. Right? Part of asexual reproduction. In asexual reproduction, there is no change in ploidy. Right? There is no change in ploidy, and they are mostly what? Haploid in nature. Right? Mostly what? Haploid in nature. Gemma cells in Marchantia. Gemma cells in Marchantia are what? Haploid. Haploid. Alright, that is N. Now look at the sixth one. The sixth one we have here is the meristem cells of monocot. Meristem cells of monocot. The meristem cells is the part of the main plant body of your monocot, which is diploid in nature. The main plant body of the monocot is diploid. At the growing shoot tips, we have the meristem cells. At the growing shoot tips, we have the meristem cells, which are diploid in nature. Which are what? Diploid in nature. Now, let's look at the seventh one. The seventh one, we have the ovum of liverworts. Very easy to answer. The ovum. The ovum is a gamete. That ovum is a gamete. Gametes are always what? Haploid. Gametes are haploid. The last and final one is the zygote, I believe, right? Zygote of a fern. Very easy. We know zygote is a result of what? Zygote is a result of fertilization. In fertilization, we have male gamete coming together, female gamete coming together, fusing. Haploid, haploid coming together, diploid, right? Diploid. Zygote of fern, right? Which is diploid in nature, which is Q1. Now, this is all the structures which is asked in the questions, but I do not want you to by heart this. I do not want you to just by heart haploid, diploid, haploid, diploid. I want you to understand the life cycle. If you understand the life cycle, right? If you understand how exactly happens the life cycle, the bryophytes, male to thallus, thallus, which results in fertilization. We have the sporophyte, then sporophyte undergoes mitosis, right? Then we have the spores producing spores, which is a result of meiosis. Then again we get the thallus again. So that's a beautiful life cycle. So if you understand the life cycle, right, all these haploid diploid becomes extremely easy to answer. So that's why I'm asking you again and again, if you want the life cycle, please let me know down in the comment section if you want a separate video on the life cycles of bryophytes, pteridophytes, as well as gymnosperms. Because if you understand the concept, it becomes easier to answer later on. So that's it for today. If you find this video helpful in your NEET preparation as well as your board preparation, like the video and subscribe to the channel if you do not want to miss any of the videos which are going to be on this channel. So until next time.